Hello truth enthusiasts, it's wonderful to have you all back here. Welcome to your routine infusion of regal updates and, naturally, thoughtful examination. Now, ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves, as there's scalding hot gossip to share regarding the ongoing clash of podcasts involving Harry, Meghan, and now, even Camilla. But before we divulge any enthralling particulars, take a moment to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll express gratitude when you discover what's on the horizon. So, as we're all aware, ever since relinquishing their royal duties, Harry and Meghan have been fervently aspiring to ascend as media tycoons, yet their endeavors have been fruitless. Utter catastrophe. Exhibit A, their now-defunct Spotify podcast. Archerwell was intended to present the Sussexes as intellectual luminaries, but let's face it, it merely served as a platform for Meghan to lament about herself for an hour, truly gripping. Despite all the buzz, the podcast turned out to be a snooze fest. And the production, don't even get me started, it was atrocious. It felt less like a podcast and more like a lamentable performance art piece. Simply cringeworthy. Hence, it's not surprising that Spotify severed ties with them. Rumor has it, the podcast incurred exorbitant production costs with minimal returns. Another setback for Harry and Meghan. And if that weren't enough, now Camilla has effortlessly seized the podcast throne. Her new show, The Reading Room, is climbing the charts on iTunes, while Actual is fading into the background. I must admit, Camilla has truly excelled with her podcast concept, cozy, relaxed, and heartfelt. A notable departure from the excessively polished and ostentatious verbiage served up by the Sussexes. While Meghan spent her days in Montecito plotting revenge, Camilla diligently applied herself. She brings attention to significant issues like literacy and domestic abuse without any unnecessary fanfare. Her podcast exudes humility and authenticity. I can only imagine how much this must irk Meghan. According to sources, she perceives it as calculated and believes the Queen stole her idea. Is she serious? Meghan's podcast was a failure overnight, while Camilla's is making genuine connections. There's simply no comparison. In my opinion, the contrast between the shows boils down to relatability. Meghan continues to appear out of touch, whereas Camilla comes across as warm. Even when she jests about her book club being a bit uncool, she doesn't seem fixated on her own public relations popularity. Essentially, Camilla is being praised for her humility, while Meghan is being criticized for her arrogance. As embarrassing as this must be for the Sussexes, it was quite predictable. You can't incessantly self-promote and play the victim while also expecting people to perceive you as relatable. Meghan continues to make this fundamental error time and time again. At a certain juncture, one needs to wake up and realize they are their own worst enemy. However, introspection has never been Meghan's strong suit. In conclusion, I believe this ongoing podcast clash reveals a lot about Meghan and Camilla's true characters. Camilla comes across as committed, humble, and self-assured, while Meghan appears increasingly desperate. The new queen is quietly gaining the public's affection. Meanwhile, the former duchess can't seem to avoid stepping on her own PR landmines. It's like witnessing a slow-motion crash. So, in the battle of the royal podcasters, Camilla is the undisputed victor. Her authenticity and composure under pressure overshadow the California ego trip. But I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whose podcast would you prefer to listen to? Share your opinions in the comments below. Signing off for now, before any more tea is spilled. Stay tuned because, I have more sizzling hot takes and gossip coming your way soon. Bye for now.